just a young thing. A young creature of the universe, and you hardly know you're a girl. You're so busy learning to walk or run or ride if there's a horse handy. You want what you have. You want more. Christmas won't be Christmas without any presents.
So dreadful to be poor.
I don't think it's fair for some girls to have plenty of pretty things and other girls nothing at all.
Well, we've got father, and we've got mother, and we've got each other.
We don't have father and we won't. Not for a long, long time.
Well, there's a war on, and I think it's splendid for father to go as chaplain, as he's far too old to be a soldier. I wish I was a soldier.
I suppose we have to humor her.
We don't have father, but we have me. And what we're going to do, girls, is make our own kind of Christmas.
You aren't father.
No, but I'm to take his place, he said. A homemade Christmas, I say. A Christmas of our own invention.
You pretend you're father because you wish you were a boy.
So what if I do?
And you want any excuse to boss us.
Oh, fiddlesticks. The play we've been rehearsing, girls. Why don't we present it to Mother for Christmas?
Yes.
It's almost ready. If you know your lines, Amy.
Well, I do know my lines.
All right, we'll have the play. And that's not all.
Last Christmas, we had plum pudding with cranberries and oysters and presents all around. This year, we have corn pudding with raisins. Raisins, mind you. At least Joe and Meg are old enough to go off to parties, but Beth and I will have to stay here at home with our raisins.
Well, I won't be going to any parties. My white muslin dress is worn out, and Joe spilled tea on my tarlatan.
Joe spilled tea. Joe spilled tea. Don't peek, Amy.
It's not just the tea stain either. The dress is torn and mended in 3 places with a seam giving out in the back, and
Well, pretend you're a poor foreigner just blown in from the storm, or a spy under order to attend parties.
And what's so wrong with parties?
don't get her started, Amy.
They ask you to dance is what? And you're hurt if they don't, disgusted if they do, and you step on their feet.
Boys.
Yes, unless you're a boy yourself. Then you can stand with your back to the wall and frown down on everything.
Which is what you do anyways, isn't it, Joe?
Well, if you won't dance, Joe, at least you could flirt.
Flirt. Meg, if you're going to flirt, I'll have to stop you. Because before you know it, some young man comes calling.
What's that on your nose, Amy?
What is that on your nose, Amy?
It's a clothespin.
If you're going to put a clothespin up there in the breeze, you may as well wash a handkerchief and hang it.
Some young man comes calling, and then
To try and marry you, the worst thing.
I don't see why that's the very worst thing.
Doesn't that hurt?
ugh, I don't care if it hurts. I want my nose to be extinguished, not flat and stumpy.
Extinguished?
In every feature, delicate and extinguished.
You mean distinguished, Amy.
They marry you, and then you cook and sew and take care to be pretty and sweet, and every feature extinguished, and all your dreams are over, and you may as well be dead.
Listen, Joe. Marmee married Papa.
That's different. They are our mother and father.
Don't worry, Joe. If I have to look ragged at parties, I'd really rather stay at home.
Well. Oh, shoo, Beth, I'll let you see in a minute.
Yes, but I must dress raggedy every day to school.
School is not a party. And yes, you must.
Well, we're meant to go out and see the world. I only meant it's good to be home for Christmas.
Nobody sits at home but me.
Do you think you'd like to try school again, dear?
No, I just simply can't bear so many faces.
Well, you're bashful, Beth. You work very hard at home, and your piano takes you to places, doesn't it? To lands of enchantment. I'm writing you a storybook, by the way. Now, how's this?
A present?
It's for me, isn't it?
Amy!
Where did you get it, Joe?
I bought it with my Christmas dollar.
You were supposed to spend that on yourself.
I did. I spent it to please myself.
It's not for that new boy, is it? Old Mr. Lawrence's grandson? I know you like to watch him ride his horse.
I would like to meet him, but I'd hardly give a present to a boy I haven't met.
I've guessed who it's for. You're far too afield.
It's for Mother, isn't it?
Yes, it's for Marmee. I thought that would make me happiest.
All right, let's get cracking. There's the play and carols to sing, and one present for Marmee, too. I bought her gloves.
I bought her handkerchiefs.
Bravo, Meg. Bravo, Beth.
And I kept my dollar.
That's all right, Amy. It's yours.
It's just I haven't decided how to spend it yet. If I'm to be an artist, I must have pencils. Faber's drawing pencils.
What a glorious smell coming from the kitchen. Must be pudding. Hannah, how's the pudding?
Don't shout, Joe.
Rehearsal. Rehearsal, everyone. Do-do-do-do. The Witch's Curse, a Christmas opera.
What has Christmas to do with it?
I'm working that in. Hannah, can you come watch our scene? The fainting scene isn't right.
Hannah, what are you cooking? You saw everything that went into it, dear. Just corn pudding with raisins? Smells too delicious.
Okay, watch this, Hannah. When Amy faints, it's supposed to be shocking and all that. Okay, a great lady has fainted, so a bell sounds, the curtains fly apart, and the Forbidden Tower, there, and the beautiful Zara stands in the tower. Zara? Amy!
How soon may we eat, Hannah? Not till evening, dear. I must watch the pudding.
You stand here. Okay, put your mind to fainting. Oh, Zara, beautiful Zara, I give you one final chance, or you die.
Let me get set.
Here I go. Oh, I'm fainting. Okay, you can't just faint in a chair. You have to just drop. Okay, look here. Clasp your hands. Okay, and this is your line, Amy. Rodrigo, save me! Save me!
Rodrigo!
She sounds like someone is sticking her with pins.
Amy, are you even trying?
Yes, I'm trying. And you're not so brilliant. You don't look like any Hugo the villain.
Oh, well, wait till I put on my big red boots. Give me 1 second. the glint of my sword!
Oh, and you sound like you've got a frog in your neck. And I don't want to rehearse this stupid old play. I'm bored to tears with it.
Is that so?
Throat, Amy. And a play can't be any good without rehearsal.
It's too late. Don't blame me when the audience laughs.
They won't laugh. They'll say I'm pretty.
Marmee and Hannah will say you're pretty, and that's all you want out of life. Christopher Columbus.
Is not, and don't swear.
I'll swear if I like. And what's more, don't joke, it's boyish.
I detest rude, unladylike girls.
And I hate niminy-piminy chits. Where are you going?
I have an errand.
Oh, you can't go now. The pudding's almost done.
Really, girls, you're both to blame. Amy, sometimes you are entirely too prissy.
And how is Joe to blame?
Do you have an errand? Then you'd best be on your way.
Come back directly. It won't be a long lecture. I know exactly what Meg will say.
You don't have to tell her, Meg. She already knows.
It's time you left off boyish tricks, Josephine.
Josephine!
Josephine? You'd best not call her Josephine. Aunt March calls you Josephine. I don't think she'll ever answer to Josephine.
Now that you're tall, Joe, now that you're tall and turn up your hair, you must remember that you are a lady.
I'm not. And if turning my hair up makes me one, then there. In the beginning, you're just a young creature and you hardly know you're a girl. You're so busy learning to walk and run.
And ride, if there's a horse handy.
Beth, you're not helping.
And suddenly, they tell you, not that you're grown, but that you're a lady. And you'd best be still so someone can pick you up and claim you, like a doll from a toy shop shelf.
Well, perhaps, but what more can you do?
Make my own living?
You'll work dreadfully hard.
Well, I look forward to it, and I'll do as much as I'm allowed. I wonder what that Lawrence boy is doing now.
He's preparing for Christmas alone with his grandfather.
That does sound lonely. I guess I wouldn't change places with him tonight. Wish we could meet him, though.
Well, you can't. He's rich and we're poor.
Oh, here's Marmee. Strike up and stoke the fire. She's home.
Hurrah!
3 cheers and a hallelujah.
Merry Christmas, Marmee. Let me take your cloak.
Glad to find you so merry, my girls.
Sit here.
It's not my birthday.
You'll see.
Where are my slippers?
Just you wait.
Where's Amy?
Oh, she's on some mysterious errand.
Here I am! Merry Christmas, Marmee!
Merry Christmas!
Okay. Now, open this. You need them.
Slippers? New slippers?
First-rate army issue.
Joe dear, thank you. And from Meg,
Gloves.
lovely children. How did you manage this?
You know what we did.
You spent your Christmas dollars on me?
Well, I hemmed them myself, so stitching's crooked.
Handkerchiefs hemmed with your own hands? Thank you, Beth. And from Amy?
It's the large bottle of cologne, not the small one, though I was terribly tempted by drawing pencils. But in the end, see, it's the prettiest present of all.
Is that so?
Now, Amy.
And I'm truly trying not to be selfish anymore.
Pudding! Pudding! You've all been so very generous.
Supper?
And here we are.
Hurrah for Hannah!
Hurrah for pudding!
And applesauce, and hot tea, and cream.
Girls, there's something weighing on my mind. Miss Hummel and her 5 children who live just around the corner. Well, I stopped in just to see them just now, only to find all 6 of them and their newborn baby huddled up in one bed to keep them from freezing. for they have no fire and no food there either.
Well, it's good you told us before we began eating.
Yes, we'll give them our supper.
Our whole supper?
Oh, no, March.
On Christmas Eve?
I know, Hannah, but they have nothing.
Yes, we will go.
All right. I'll carry the pudding.
Good. And firewood. I chopped a stack of firewood.
Let me push the wheelbarrow.
Capital, Marmee. If you and the little girls want to take supper to the Hummels, Meg and I will set up for the play.
The play? What play? Might there be a hero in the play? Might there be a villain with red boots?
It's a new play, Marmee.
Don't tell her the plot, Beth. Promise, Amy?
I won't reveal a word.
Oh, look. It's the Lawrence boy. Joe, come help me. Okay. Let's see how the tower looks in the dark. Good.
It's about to begin. Beth is playing the overture.
Yes, I am.
The time of year was Christmas. There is a lady named Beautiful Zara. I love her so much I'd kill or I'd die. She loves a fellow called Rodrigo. The witch's curse on Rodrigo, I cry. Curse Rodrigo! Curse Rodrigo!
Who is invoking the witch's curse?
I, Hugo, the villain. Give me a poison to kill Rodrigo. And a potion, a love potion to make Zara love me.
I hate wicked Hugo. I spit in his eye. Hugo shall take his own poison and die.
They call me Rodrigo. And may I present the beautiful Zara?
Don't sing, Amy. You know you can't sing. Isn't Amy pretty?
And Joe is so good in both parts. You hardly know she's the same person.
It's just a masterpiece. A masterpiece.
Okay, carry on, Amy, all the way to the top.
This doesn't feel very steady, Joe.
Someone's coming to the door.
What's the matter out there in the audience?
Mother, I'll see who it is.
Sorry, Joe. Thank you, Hannah. Please proceed.
All the way to the top, Zara.
I told you so! I told you so!
A sorry performance. Oh, my word, look who's here. The end.
Mr. Lawrence, our old friend.
Please forgive the intrusion, Mrs. March. We heard you gave your supper to the poor.
Oh, how splendid of you. Children, this is Mr. Lawrence, who lives just across the way. And
My grandson and his tutor.
I do admire your boots, Miss March.
Call me Joe. And you climb trees, don't you, Mr. Lawrence?
I do, and I'm not Mr. Lawrence. Call me Lloyd.
I'm Brooke, the boy's tutor.
Margaret.
Hello, Margaret. So pleased to meet you, Margaret.
Just plain Meg. Call her Meg, and let's be ourselves. I did so hope we'd have an excuse to meet you.
Thank you. And this is Amy.
Look, Joe. Real chicken. Like real, actual mincemeat.
dear Mr. Lawrence, how can I thank you?
As it happens, I like music.
Beth, listen to this.
I love music, and sometimes I can hear someone in this house play when I
Merry Christmas, Aunt March.
I hear you have no presents and no dinner and... Well, I see. It seems you need nothing.
Aunt March, our kind neighbor, Mr. Lawrence.
Of course, we are acquainted. Charmed as always, Georgetta. Beth was playing piano for us.
Yes, I know all that.
No, but she plays with real feeling.
You climb trees too, don't you?
Don't answer that.
Hush, Amy. If you want a real lady, there she is.
Josephine, come here to me. Whatever are you wearing? Is that what you call your Christmas best?
Georgetta, you must sing for your supper.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And the genie said, I grant you no money nor pretty dresses, but instead the spirit to trust your own efforts. Okay, there. That'll show Meg. Oh, drat. I can't show her till tomorrow. She's off overnight to one of her parties. The end. Signed, Josephine March. All done. A whole book of stories. Bethy is going to love it. Oh, well, my word. Laurie said his grandfather might, and they've gone and done it. Bethy, this is your day. Marmee! Bethy!
Hermie, piano.
Oh my heavens!
Do you think it's real?
Why don't you go and find out?
Oh, look. There's a note here for you.
Here. Well, glory be, it's yours.
Go ahead, Bethy. Go ahead.
The Little Musician from old Mr. Lawrence.
What's this? From Joe? It's not even her birthday. I'll open that later.
Oh, thank you, Joe. Thank you. But how can I ever thank him?
Unless I'm very much mistaken, he's hovering near a window, waiting to hear you play.
But what should I play? I know.
Look, here's Meg. But she's supposed to be at her party.
Her ladyship, home from the wicked world.
Home early, Meg?
Yes, I've had a beastly time.
Oh, now, Meg, I can't believe that. Do you realize Meg knows all the dances? She kicks her heel, she bats her eye, she even fans her low-cut gown.
A Meg doesn't own a low-cut gown.
And what was that sparkly stuff in the glass, Meg?
Be quiet, Laurie. Well, what would you have me do? Stand with my back to the wall in my dowdy frock? Meg, the freak from the poor, eccentric, bookish family?
Oh, are you ashamed of us, Meg?
No, I didn't mean it like that. I'm so glad to be home.
No, Meg, I'm the one who's sorry. Ah, Bethy, your piano. I'll go congratulate grandfather.
It's all right, Laurie. Thanks for fetching me home.
Goodbye then. Here, Joe. This should fix things. Open it up. It's for today.
Marmee, I want to fess up. It's true. I romped, I flirted, I drank champagne.
You flirted? But we discussed that. We said no flirting.
I let them dress me up in a borrowed frippery.
You wore a low-cut gown?
But then, standing at the punch bowl, I began to feel so peculiar. The gossip. They all think that you have plans for us, Marmee, that you want us to know Laurie because he has money, so he'll marry one of us.
That's peculiar. It's not peculiar, it's ridiculous. You don't have any plans for us, Marmee. I'll tell Laurie. Won't he shout?
No, you mustn't tell.
Of course.
Pride?
Okay, let's just go back there.
Sorry.
So just stay where you are. We'll just go stop peculiar from there, okay? And action.
It's not peculiar, it's ridiculous. You don't have any plans for us, Marmee. I'll tell Laurie. Won't he shout?
No, you mustn't tell. Have you no pride?
Of course she won't tell.
All right, I won't.
Listen, Meg, shall I tell you who you are? You are a fine young girl, a daughter of a family not rich nor inclined to follow fashion. And as it happens, Joe, I too have plans for my girls. I want my daughters to be accomplished and to be good, to have a happy youth, to be well and wisely married.
Or to be splendid old maids.
That's right, Joe. And either way, to be ready for duty and capable of joy. That's the name. Shall we fetch some tea?
Oh, I had a beastly time.
Meg, did you really flirt?
I tried, but I don't know if I succeeded.
You won't get silly on me, will you? You won't turn all stupid and blank and pine after young men? Because Laurie's invited us to the theater this very afternoon. Now here's my kind of social occasion.
Don't shout, Joe. We're standing right under your mouth.
Nose, Amy. For heaven's sake, what, Joe?
It's for me and Meg. Laurie's invited us to the theater this very afternoon to see The Hall of the Mountain King.
What do we have to wear?
Wear whatever. We aren't the show, we're the audience.
You just go off and leave Beth and me here at home?
I want to be home. I'm Tiana.
You must let me come too, Meg. I've got nothing to do and I'm so bored. I'll ask Laurie. He'll say yes.
You can't go, so don't be a baby about it.
Suppose we do take her. Mother won't mind.
It's rude, after he invited only us, to go and drag Amy in.
I shall go. Meg says I may.
You can't, dear. You weren't invited. Gloves, Joe.
I can't wear these. Both are spoiled because I spilled lemonade on them.
Here, take my good glove and wear it, and wear the spoiled glove crumpled in your other hand.
Good evening, girls.
Here's Laurie.
I shall go! We don't have time for this, Amy. Coming, Laurie.
You'll be sorry, Joe Mark. See if you are!
Oh, fiddlesticks, Amy. Just drink your tea.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. Would you like to play checkers?
Here's my bed. Here's my Amy. I'm off to the village on errands. Would you two like to come?
I think I would. No, thank you.
Well, goodbye, Amy.
Bye.
goodness. The sword play and the fire effect.
Such fun. Thanks ever so much, Lori.
Mr. Brooke.
John, please call me John.
Okay. Goodbye, Lori. And goodbye, Mr. Brooke.
See you in a bit, Joe. Skating?
Right. Goodbye.
Hello, Amy. Hello, Amy. Someone say hello, Amy.
Of course, dear.
Hello. Amy, you've done something. I can see it in your face.
Tell us, how was the play?
Well, it was called The Hall of the Mountain King.
You know what it was called.
You think you can see right through me, don't you?
You think you know everything? You think you run the world?
You've done my drawers out, haven't you? Messed with my pens and papers?
No, I haven't. The play had a story.
Yes. First, the prince comes on in satin robes, and then some little elves all in green.
Drawers are fine. Nothing wrong with my writing stuff.
A prince and little green elves, and then what else?
Beth, where's your book? The storybook I just finished writing for you? You've got it, haven't you? You know where it is then?
No, I don't.
Amy,
I don't know where it is because it isn't anywhere.
Amy! What? You burnt it? You burnt it up? Oh, you wicked, wicked girl. I finished that book and I can't write it again, and I'll never forgive you for as long as I live.
Amy, how could you?
You know how mean she was.
That is no excuse. She can be sorry, but you can't bring her book back. Say you're sorry.
Well, all right. I am sorry.
It doesn't matter if she's sorry.
Don't talk about me like I'm not in the room. Meg!
I won't comfort you, Amy.
What's all this?
Oh, Marmee, Amy is gone.
Joe and I went to the theater this afternoon to see The Hall of the Mountain King, and Amy wanted to go too, but wasn't invited. Joe was a bit sharp about it, and so...
And so I took Joe's book and I threw it into the fire, and I feel like I murdered something, and all I can say is I'm sorry.
I see.
I am sorry. I'm truly, terribly sorry.
I'll never forgive you. She doesn't deserve it.
Lori's at the door. Come to take you skating, Joe?
I can't. Tell him what happened. I can't see anyone.
Go with Lori, dear. Don't think. Let's go.
I shall go too.
Amy, do you really wish to make things worse?
I'm not invisible. I want to show her I'm sorry.
Joe will forgive her. They'll find a way.
Come in, sir. Look who I found at our door.
Uninvited, a rogue and a beggar.
More king, at least in this household.
I didn't come to frighten you. I came to hear you play. Sit down. Mr. Lawrence, shh, please don't say a word. Dear Mr. Lawrence, shh, play. What would you like to hear, sir? Oh, anything. Oh, very nice. Oh, how kind you are.
Is that our bed? Knock me over with a feather.
Mother! Meg!
Joe? Lori? Oh, Amy!
She'll be fine. I think. Let's get her straight to bed.
She fell through ice.
Oh my word.
Shall I fetch a doctor? No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
She was following us, and Lori pulled her out, and...
She'll be all right. She'll want out of bed in any minute.
You did it all, Lori. I skated far ahead, though I knew she was behind us, and if she did die, it would be my fault.
She's fine, Joe. She's fine.
Come, my boy.
She's fine, really. All rosy again.
It's my dreadful temper. I'll do something horrible someday and spoil my life.
Jo dear, I have a temper.
You, Mother? Why, you are never angry.
I've been trying to cure it for 40 years. I've been angry nearly every day of my life.
You are, aren't you? When you fold your lips together.
Oh, do I?
Yes, but you don't storm and shout. You have some secret.
No, not really. It's a mystery. Myself sometimes so bitter, and at other times able to control myself.
You mean Grace?
Yes, and I mean life itself. It's mysterious. What makes people do things that annoy, petty things, terrible things. Often, I don't understand.
You understand it's best not to explode.
Yes, my darling. Here is Amy now.
Don't carry me. I'll stand. I'm so sorry, Joe. Please forgive me.
Hush, Amy. I'm sorry too.
I heard the littlest girl fell through the ice.
I'm all right now.
But to fall through the ice?
It was dreadfully frightening. The edges of the ice were sharp and jagged, and the water was cold as Antarctica.
Really? Cold as Antarctica.
I believe she's recovered.
Excuse the intrusion.
Hello, Mr. Brooke.
Good evening, all. Good evening, Margaret.
Margaret?
I hate to interrupt, but I'm to deliver this telegram.
Father?
Dear God, Father is very sick at the front. I must go to him, traveling back.
Oh, I'll fetch it. Let me go with you.
Shush, Joe. I need you here.
Mrs. March, I'll accompany you. You
Sir,
must not go alone.
let me go instead.
Yes, send Mr. Lawrence, dear Mr. Lawrence. Sorry.
Okay, let's go
Sorry,
next.
send Mr. Lawrence.
Let's go for Dear God. Bottom page.
I'll go from Dear God.
Oh, dear
Just
God,
pass
oh,
on.
then.
Someone's letter passing.
Action.
Dear God, Father is very sick at the front. I must go to him, traveling back.
I'll fetch it. Let me go with you.
Shush, Joe. I need you here.
Mrs. March, I'll accompany you. You must not go alone.
Sir, let me go instead.
Yes, send Mr. Brooke, dear Mr. Lawrence. I'll feel much safer knowing that you're here, keeping an eye on my girls.
So be it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brooke.
I suppose I should take the girls home with me. It's a large home, but it's got many valuable and fragile items.
You're very kind, Aunt March.
Suppose I'll just take one girl, a small, pretty one with lovely manners.
Aunt March, you are most kind, but I fear it may cause jealousy and resentment if you took just one. And you can't take all. I fear it's not practical.
No, I fear not.
Amy, you've outdone yourself.
Girls, where's Joe?
Handkerchiefs, an extra shawl, and soap.
Marmy, you're not going to be home, and you're always home. I will miss you. You mustn't give us a thought. We'll carry on. Go on to your dear husband. I'll be mother, and I shall be
Father, uncle, and grandfather all in one.
Amy.
Girls, you'll be well. You'll be good to each other.
will be gilded angels.
We will. We will.
Father is sitting up in bed. Joe, the danger's almost past, Mommy says. Stop sweeping, Joe. You've swept twice already today.
You're right. We've been gilded angels for more than a month. Scrubbed, dusted, swept, and darned a million socks.
And I miss you all. But thank God and John Brooke for his constant assistance. John Brooke.
The chores really are all done, aren't they? Well, I'm going to the garret to work on my war story. Oh, hello, Beth.
Happy, where have you been?
I'm off to war.
Bless you. Joe, I don't feel too well.
Well, come to my garret, Beth. I'd love to have you. I can scribble and you can drink tea.
I'm going to write Mother. Any messages? Please, don't tell her that I'm sick.
We won't. You're just tired.
Then, afterwards, I may write Mr. Brooke.
You mean Brooke? My tutor?
Don't eavesdrop, Lori. If you're looking for Joe, you'll find her in the garret.
What? Is she back at her scribbling? Good.
Oh, shh. Beth's not feeling well.
Are you sick, Beth?
No. You might have a fever.
Hummels' baby is sick. I don't feel very well.
You put Beth to bed.
Here's her medicine. Medicine, Anna.
Beth's been exposed to scarlet fever. You've had it, haven't you, Meg?
Yes, a mild case. And so has Joe. But not Amy. Oh my heavens, we have to get Amy out of the house. Keep Beth there. We must get Amy out of the house.
Why? What is it, everyone? Medicine, dear. Haven't you told?
No. I didn't even think of infecting others. Joe, you've had it. Lori, have you had scarlet fever?
Yes, I have.
Oh no. Is that it, Bethy? Scarlet fever?
Mother will take it. Aunt March will take Amy.
Hummels' baby is so sick, but I won't get the fever. I can't get the fever. Not with Mother away.
Amy, you must go now.
Oh, I'm sorry, Amy. She's pernickety, but you manage her very well. Yes, I understand her.
I'll go take Amy and grandfather's carriage now.
Goodbye, Beth. Goodbye, Amy.
All right, let's get you to bed. You'll have whatever you have.
I've nursed others through the fever, Bethy. And we'll nurse you. Any better?
Hello, Joe.
I didn't mean to wake you. She's awake, Meg. Would you like me to read to you?
I want to see Amy. We all do, but if she comes to the house, it'll be too tempting and we'll have to let her in.
Letters! One for Joe. Here you are. One for Beth. 3 for Meg.
Thank you.
And I've got a funny secret to tell.
Tell us a secret. We could use a laugh.
Oh, I don't know. Beth, you've impressed everyone else with your fever. but not me.
Lori.
I mean it, Beth. I'm not impressed. I want you to give me a different show. Show me Grendel with his arm torn off. Or dragging Beowulf down to the watery depths. That's better. Now, Cleopatra driving a herd of elephants.
Actually, I've got a secret myself.
Do you now? You tell first.
Well, you won't repeat it to anyone?
Not a word.
Alright. So, you know the war story I finished writing? I left it with the editor of the paper.
Joe, that's wonderful.
Hush. Beth. It won't come to anything.
It will come to something. I know it will. Won't we see it in the print, and won't we be proud of our author? I'll have to hurrah! Hurrah for Joe!
Shh. Now, your secret. Play fair.
I know where Meg's glove is.
In her drawer.
No, it's not. She dropped it the day we went to the theater in the carriage. Brooks said he'd return it, but he never did. He put it in his pocket, and he carries it everywhere.
Is the glove plain or lace?
Lace.
Well, then it's not Meg's. It's Joe's, and I'm afraid that it's a big splotch of lemonade.
Doesn't matter. He thinks it's Meg's and carries it everywhere in his pocket. Isn't that romantic?
No, I think it's horrid. Beth, you look a bit
Tired. I think I'll close my eyes. But do you hear the music?
Ah, yes. Grandfather's playing by the open window for you. Shall I tell him you like it? And when will you play for him again?
not today. Now, off with you, Lori.
I thought you'd be amused.
At the thought of someone coming to take Meg away? I'm warning you, Lori. Not another word.
Oh, you'll feel better when someone comes for you.
Well, I'd like to see anyone try.
Well, I believe I'll be slinking home.
Should we call the doctor again?
He's been already. He'll come again tomorrow.
Listen, Joe. Lori's joined his grandfather playing. However he's offended you, I'm sure he's trying to beg your pardon.
Of course, I forgive him. I always do.
Do you think Dad can hear it while she sleeps? I wish Mommy were with us.
Yes.
I'm so glad you're home, Marmy.
I came the instant I got Joe's telegram.
Oh, Marmy. When I heard you were coming home, I felt sure she'd improve.
I'd like to think my love was that powerful.
When will Father be well enough to travel?
Not for some time yet.
Let me in. I'd do anything. Anything to make her well again.
So would we all, Joe, but it's out of our hands.
Marmy's asleep, Joe. May I rest my eyes a minute?
Please do. I'm quite awake.
Joe?
Yes, Beth. It's me.
Hello, Joe.
Oh, Beth. Do you recognize me? Are you with us again?
Joe,
Beth, please stay with us. I'll love you ever so much more than before. Only don't go. I miss you too terribly.
Oh, Joe. I'll miss.
Yes. What will you miss?
I'll miss the piano. Sun on trees.
You must think of what you miss. You must fight.
Joe, I'll miss you.
Or a journey. I'll take you to lands far away. I mean it.
I know that you do, Joe. It's just I'm so very tired.
A sunny place where you can get better.
There is a place, Joe. It's just that I have to go alone.
Beth, don't say that.
Please, Joe.
I'll even put aside my wildness and my silly scribbling. I promise, Beth. Only don't go tonight. Please, stay. Oh, Beth, listen to the music. Laurie and his grandfather are playing for you. Do you hear? Goodbye, Beth. Goodbye. Mother? Meg? She's gone.
I've been practicing Beth's Herald. Laurie's helping me.
Sounds lovely, dear. Anyways, I've cleaned Father's study, dusted all his books.
He won't arrive home today, Hannah. His letter said he'd arrive at Christmas.
A mere 2 weeks.
Father's tobacco.
Mr. Brooke,
Excuse the intrusion.
you're home. Is Father with you?
No, he sent me on ahead. I bring his love and my love and our extreme sorrow for Beth.
Yes, thank you.
Is perhaps anyone else home?
Yes, Joe's home. Shall I call her?
No, just tell them I'm home.
Oh, wait, Mr. Brooke, your umbrella.
Who was that?
Mr. John Brooke.
And Father?
Not yet.
Father sent Mr. Brooke home ahead of him.
Did John say anything else?
Since when do we call him John?
He said he brings his love. He forgot his umbrella.
Oh, drat. Where is it? I'll take it to him.
Mother calls him John. And after all he's done for us, I think you'd like him better.
Well, if you call him John, he'll go romantical.
Nonsense.
Well, if he did, what would you say?
Well, I would simply say that I'm too young, and that he's very kind, but we must be as before, simply friends.
Good. That's stiff and cool enough.
And then I'd walk with great dignity from the room.
Forgive me, but I seem to have left my umbrella.
Come, Amy. Something's burning on the stove. Remember what you planned to say.
Hello, Margaret. What do you plan to say?
Mother will want to see you. I'll call her.
Your mother's not home. I saw her in the village. Are you afraid of me, Margaret?
No, of course not. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Brooke.
Margaret, while I was away, your letters meant so much to me.
Yes, we're all so grateful to you.
Lovely letters, so full of home.
Oh no, please, don't.
I only want to know if you care for me a little.
I don't know. I'm all flustered. Please, go away.
What's all this?
Hello, Aunt March.
I came to call on your father.
Oh, Father's not yet home. I'm so surprised to see you.
That's evident. And who is that?
He's Father's friend.
And what's father's friend saying to make you blush like a peony?
Mr. Brooke forgot his umbrella.
That boy's tutor making a proposal.
Hush! He'll hear you.
You don't mean to marry this tutor, do you? If you do, not 1 penny of my money goes to you.
I shall marry whom I please, Aunt March.
Highty-tighty, he's poor, I'll wager, and has got no rich relations.
Well, no, but he has many warm friends.
He knows you've got rich relations.
Aunt March, how dare you? My John is above such meanness. He wouldn't marry for money any more than I would. We are used to being poor, and we are willing to work. I shall be with him, and he loves me.
Well, I wash my hands of the whole affair. I'm done with you. With all of you, forever.
Thank you for defending me. So, you do care for me.
I didn't know how much, not till she insulted you.
So, you won't send me away and let me stay and be happy, may I?
Yes, John.
And shall we tell them all at Christmas? I don't think the secret will keep. Congratulate us, Sister Joe.
Oh, no. Amy, somebody do something!
Oh, John Brooke is acting dreadfully, and Meg likes it.
It's going to be a romantic Christmas.
Harumph.
Seriously, Joe, you're crumbling out of habit. Put your book down. We're not little children anymore.
I don't like the look on your face. We're only 16,
And Meg is 17.
which is very much too young for anything.
There's something I must say. Must ask you.
I have a suspicion on what it is. Lori, don't.
I must. We've got to have it out.
Well, I don't plan to listen.
Well, you must. Think of all that we are to each other. We do everything with each other, Joe. I've loved you ever since I've met you.
Well, I love you too, but not with the capital L. That's not.
But I'm in love with the capital L.
Well, I never meant to entangle you.
I want to be entangled.
But you know my views on.
Marriage? You say you're against it, but girls are so strange, you never really know. So I must ask you, Joe.
Don't say it.
Will you marry me?
I can't say yes truly, so I won't say it at all. I'm happy as I am, and I love my liberty too well. And not only that,
What? Say it all.
I have to stay at home with mother and father. I can't go off on my own and leave them. I promised Beth.
Why, Joe, why? You aren't made for that.
I promised. And not only that, Lori, I don't think I'll ever marry.
But there will come a time where you'll care for somebody, love him tremendously, live and die for him. It's your way, and I'll have to stand by that.
Oh, I doubt that very much. Okay, I've tried my best, and I'll never marry you, and the sooner you believe it, the better it is for both of us. So now we've had it out.
Mr. Holland, where are you going, young man?
To the devil.
What's the matter, Lori?
Joe, sir.
I've been wanting to meet you, Lori.
Mr. March. I'll leave you with your family, sir.
Only you can promise to return this evening and help us celebrate Christmas.
I'll do my best.
Girls, there's someone here to see you. Meg, Amy, Joe.
Yes, Mother? What is it?
Oh, my heavens, Father!
It's Father!
Hello, my dear Amy. Let's look at you, Meg.
Father, you're home! You're home!
Shh. Where is she? My lieutenant. Guess who's home? Joe?
Father, is it really
Okay, fine. Fine.
You don't seem quite. There's something.
Well, it's just everyone's leaving. Beth's gone, Meg is going, and now I've sent Lori away. I can't marry him. I really can't.
No, perhaps not.
I'm too young to marry. I've always meant to do things.
Well, say no for now. What things will you do?
I'll sweep and work in the garden, and iron the curtains and clean the carpets.
And what about adventure? What happened to writing?
Nothing. I don't care for it anymore. It's childish.
I don't know this young woman. Something of a drudge, I'd say, rather an old pope.
Don't say that of me, Father. I can't help it.
I believe you could do anything you set your mind to. Really, Joe, you're trying my patience.
Oh, please ignore me. Don't pay me any mind.
Joe, forgive your old father. Something terrible's been weighing on you. You really must tell me. Come, fess up.
Well, it's just, I promised Beth that I'd take her place and stay here at home with you and Mother and give up my wildness and my silly writing.
And how did Beth respond?
She was too weak to answer. I don't like to remember it.
Well, I'll answer for her. Mother and father will take care of each other. Birds were meant to fly the nest. If I'd stayed home with my parents, would I be standing in front of my daughter, Jo?
No, I suppose not.
You're growing up. There's no stopping it. And as for your silly scribbling, why? Beth would call it writing, wouldn't she? She was always proud of your writing.
Yes. Now that I think of it, I believe she'd want me to go on.
So, go back to your writing again.
Yes, I'll go on and do it. I'll go on and write whole books and be a writer.
Good, that's my Joe.
And now, we're finally all together.
Yes, we are.
Dear nephew,
At long last, all together.
I thought she was done with us forever.
Of course not. Just don't understand her. No, play. You must play now. We meant Beth very much, don't we? But it's nearly Christmas, and I think Beth would want us to celebrate. Here's my boy. Have I told you the news? I'm sending him to Europe for a season.
Oh, Lori, Italy, and France.
I thought she'd accept him. Girls are a mystery. Who can say? She knows her own mind.
Come and march. Meg, John, shall we sing?